Good day, I'm Lisa Rowe and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, June 5, 2024. The government has placed an immediate ban on all ride-sharing apps and services in Jamaica. The announcement was made by the Minister of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport, Darrell Vaz, during his sectoral debate presentation in Parliament Tuesday. Minister Vaz says the move is to streamline operations in this sector in line with Jamaica's legal regime and to ensure the safety of commuters amidst numerous complaints of offences. The ride-share apps will be banned for 1 year in the first instance or until a new regulatory framework can be implemented. The ministry, in its directives, has instructed Cable and Wireless and its affiliates to restrict access to ride-sharing applications, including Uber, InDrive, 876 On The Go, Lyft, and Ride Jamaica.
My recommendation as of today, which will obviously have to be vetted for legal purposes, is that a ban on all of those ride-sharing apps with immediate effect until such time as we can come to the table and work out properly how these apps will be regulated in terms of making sure that safety, background checks of the drivers are done not only by the app, the ride-share apps, but by the Jamaican authorities, whether it be the police or the transport authority or whoever.
The minister says transport officials and ride-sharing operators are set to meet later this week. A submission was reportedly made to Cabinet 3 weeks ago to address the safety concerns of commuters and other issues, but the ban was fast-tracked following information by the police that an alleged sex offender who offered services on the InDrive app is implicated in the murder of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin.
This is just one of several cases that the police have had evidence that these ride-share apps have been used for criminal activity. And I am standing here today acting, and I will do everything to make sure that whatever is in the way, we clear it.
The Transport Authority, in collaboration with the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, will be offering 16 new routes to public passenger vehicle PPV operators. Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz says these routes are underserved by the state-owned bus company, and the aim is to improve transportation service to the public. 5 of these 16 will be stage carriage routes to be operated under a sub-franchise from the JUTC and will be for the use of coaster and minibuses only.
Operating through Halfway Tree and terminating in downtown Kingston. These routes will originate from Shortwood, Barbican, Doheny Park, Whitehall and Havendale, and Harbourview.
The remaining 11 will be offered to taxi operators who have been requesting additional routes. These will be distributed throughout the Kingston Metropolitan Transport Region. In addition, the Transport Authority is reviewing the PPV license categories with the intention to introduce a new VIP license category for the contract carriage sector. To facilitate this, amendments will be made to Section 61, Subsection 5 of the Road Traffic Amendment Regulation 2000.
Transport Authority has commenced work and will allow for persons applying for road license and commercial license to obtain their red plates directly rather than purchasing a white plate and then upgrade. This move will help to improve the overall efficiency of the system.
The Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, is reporting that the economy grew by an estimated 1.9% during the January to March quarter of this year. The information was released at the agency's quarterly press briefing last week. The economic growth is due to a 3% increase in the goods-producing industry and 1.6% uptick in the services industry. Senior Director in the PIOJ's Economic Planning and Research Division, James Stewart, says the outturn represents the 12th consecutive quarter of growth. The performance for the review period largely reflects the impact of increased external demand, higher levels of business and consumer confidence, increased agricultural output, and continued expansion in the capacity utilization at alumina refineries.
Further growth in the economy was tempered by a contraction in the construction industry.
Real value added for construction fell by 4.5%, but this was offset by improved performance in the other three goods-producing industries. Mining and quarrying saw an impressive 24% growth. Agriculture, forestry and fishing increased by 7.7% and manufacturing by 2%. Meanwhile, 7 sectors contributed to the growth in the services industry, led by electricity and water supply, as well as hotels and restaurants.
The services industry was estimated to have grown by 1.6%, reflecting growth in all industries with the exception of the producers of government services. The improved performance largely resulted from industries associated with travel and tourism, as well as a general increase in demand for electricity associated with an expansion in economic activities.
The PIOJ is also projecting generally positive growth prospects for the April to June 2024 quarter. The institute expects outturn within the range of 1.5 to 2.5% relative to the same period last year. Growth projection for the 2024-2025 fiscal year is within the range of 1 to 3%, with all industries forecast to expand.
The new growth phase refers to the fact that the country has fully recovered from the shock of COVID-19 and is achieving output levels above the pre-COVID high, that is, above 2019 output levels. Growth is expected to be led by hotels and restaurants, other services, transport, storage and communication, agriculture, forestry and fishing, and the manufacturing industry.
Stronger than expected growth in the economies of Jamaica's trading partners, a more robust increase in employment levels, and better than expected weather outcomes that will benefit the agricultural sector and the supply of water are among the factors expected to drive growth. And finally, the Ministry of Education and Youth says the primary exit profile (PEP) examinations scheduled for Thursday, June 6 will proceed as planned despite weather conditions affecting the island. Portfolio Minister Favour Williams says the decision was made after consultation with the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, as well as key stakeholders in the ministry's regions and schools. In a release issued today, the ministry says it is aware of the unease at a few primary schools that are serving as examination centres and has implemented measures to ensure the safety and convenience of students, teachers, and examination administration teams. Minister Williams confirms that students impacted by the weather are permitted to sit the exam at the safest and nearest school to their homes. She says arrangements have been made with the local authorities to facilitate the smooth transition of students from the Baxter's Mountain, Camberwell and May River primary schools in St. Mary who have been impacted by the adverse weather. The ministry asserts that it is committed to ensuring the safe completion of PEP while maintaining the integrity of the examination process. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lisa Rowe. Thanks for watching.